Wow, that dude's speeding pretty good.
Oh. Not intentionally, so unintentionally, they may have said something.
Because my son, you guys are going to come in our town and trying to run us over. Don't even
towards you whether you take it offensive or not. It is disrespectful. It is disrespectful to your family if you
You're against Tom Cotton, right? Like you're his opposing candidate?
Yeah.
God bless you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Can y'all hear what they're saying over here?
Oh, I'm not going to touch her. I would never touch her.
I'm not going to touch her.
I got 6 feet. I didn't do anything.
6 feet. 6 feet. 6 feet.
I got 3 black sons.
That's fine. That's your business.
I don't play that.
Has nothing to do with
I
me.
don't play that. Listen to me. I'm not anti-law enforcement
and
either.
I've got
I'm fine with you guys doing your thing, freedom of speech.
And I have 3 white sons.
It's not comparable, dear. It's not comparable.
You're saying that.
You out here looking at the jar, cotton candy. Go home.
That your kids are better than mine is wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you just did.
Oh my God, you was losing debate. Your school was clearly underfunded. That shows. Your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. Yeah. I was dancing. I was dancing. I was on Walrus. Come on, Walrus.
Oh, I've got my mask on. Let's see.
In bed, Bill, watching the kids. Like, we're not together, but he's still a great father. Like, he does what he wants to do.
About pet your pup? Hey there. It's good, huh? Let's see. So, let's do another wide view of what's going on.
We got Antifa. We got Antifa. God bless you, man. We should. But you can't come with hatred. You can't come with hatred.
There's
I know, but you can't do it
conversations
like that.
going on over on this side.
Okay.
There's conversations going on
with
this
you.
side.
I'm with you. But
And,
when you come
I mean,
like
they're
that,
tense
man,
conversations, but
no, he
I
wanted
mean,
to
everybody's
talk.
talking.
I'll tell you, you're not talking to. He wants to. Hang on. Do you speak for him? He can't speak for himself.
Right now I do.
Wait, why?
Right now
Hang
I
on.
do.
Get out of my face, man. I know. Why can't he speak for himself? You control him? Why do you go?
Hey, let's go.
You're too dumb to realize.
All right, can we walk and talk, man? I know about your boy over there. Gonna try and have a conversation. Can I talk to you, man?
I'm not
talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. Conversation won't be right now. Well, yeah.
Why do you let him silence you? Why do you let him silence? So that doesn't mean that you control him. Is he
I don't control him. I support him.
Hang on. Why are you screaming at me? Why are you screaming at me? You support him, seriously.
Let's talk. Just not here.
Okay, let's go. By the way. Yep, God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Praying for it. So we got the Antifa press out here, it looks like, too. We got the Antifa press out here, too. I know. They all are. Protecting thugs. It's unfortunate. Not you. Well, you were acting like it. You were acting like it. When you come with violence, Don't come with
I
violence.
didn't pull nobody's hair and hit nobody. How about that?
Careful.
How about that, huh?
Hey, hey. Oh, that's a, now they're wanting an assault. The people that don't want the cops now want to claim assault. Oh yeah, actual justice. This guy who's spitting in my face, now wants the cops. About what? I know. Now they want justice. The ones that hate police say defund. They're saying defund the police, but now they want the police to yes. It's so ironic. It's so ironic.
Fucking clearly saw an assault.
So what about what happened? What about how it happened on the other side of the bridge?
What? When fucking father?
Hang on. Come here. Talk to me. Come here. Can we talk while this is going on? Can you and I talk, man?
From what I understand, this gentleman in a green jacket is an IT.
No, he's a coward. Get him out.
And he is arguing with
God bless our law enforcement. God bless our law enforcement. God bless our...
Hey guys, clear path. Clear path and keep moving. Clear path and keep moving. If you don't have a camera, keep moving.
He supports you, man.
Clear path and keep
Not Biden, not Harris, not Newsom, not none of these motherfuckers, especially not him. They're all fucked up. No, that's their up too.
So you guys support the police, though, right? You guys, but you support the police, right? Now you want the police's help. I know. He's saying wake up.
Let's have a conversation and not call me names. Let's actually have a civil conversation and not call me names.
They can't have that, Jason. They can't have a civil conversation because they would be destroyed. That's so ironic.
And you support Trump. You are a house nigga. You're not a part of their
So I still do have a little spittle on my face from the one guy getting in my face that was trying to control the other guy. But I do want to have a conversation with the other guy at some point. The same people upset that they're not supposed to have flags out here came out here to start violence. Saying he's for the people. Are you a socialist? Do you believe in capitalism? Do you want socialism, communism? That's the problem. That's even worse. That's death. It's mass death. What happened to him?
He spit on me. That guy.
The tall guy?
That tall guy, yeah. That tall guy spit on me. That tall guy.
Just now?
Yeah.
Wow.
He did.
Wow, unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable.
Spit on me. I didn't spit on you. Get back. Go back. Go
You
back.
physically assaulted all of us.
What are you guys doing here, though?
No communist.
Come to our side.
You guys are welcome on our side. Yeah. You're welcome on our side. Yes, you are. I'm serious. If you would come over here, just come with respect, mutual respect. That's what we need, mutual respect.
Hey, I escaped from communists, okay? I'm not afraid of you guys. Hey, we escaped from communists, okay? We escaped from communists. We're not afraid of you guys, okay? Okay, no communists. Right? No communists.
Hey, cornrow!
Yeah.
Hey, cornrow! Hey, cornrow!
No communists. They look good, don't they?
So, very beautiful day, peaceful day. Peaceful day until 4 BLM Antifa members showed up. Now we're walking back across with them. I'm just telling you right now, you could not do this. You could not, hang on. You could not do this at an Antifa rally or a BLM rally. But you can do that here. I just think, yep. We love you. Trump loves you. America loves you.
We love you. We love you. We help you find the truth.
But I'm going to go talk to that guy when we get on the other side. We'll have a conversation.
We love you, bro. No hate here.
They call us names.
So what did he call you, Jason? What did he call you, Jason?
I'm going to turn this camera around. He said that we're house niggas.
Yeah.
He said that I'm a house nigga.
Is that? I mean, it just the bigotry and the hatred on the left is it's staggering.
It's just unfortunate because this is the party that apparently stands for me.
Right.
That has my back. They're standing for black oppressed lives.
Right. And then he gets in your face and calls you a house N-word.
Yeah. It's just absolutely sad.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's sad. This is Joe Biden's America. This is Kamala Harris's America. Governor Newsom's America. And they don't care anything about black lives. They really don't. And it's just very clear. And they're losing. They're pouting.
Well,
This is what losers do.
And then, you know, it's funny as they say, and we got Antifa press over here, so-called independent. Oh yeah, totally. So that's Antifa press for you right there. And this guy came from communism. What do you, sir? Do you mind talking to me?
No communists in the United States. No communists. No communists in the United States. Go to China.
So I noticed you're pretty upset, sir. Why? What were you saying back there? You came from communism.
Yeah, I'm from Vietnam, South Vietnam. Yeah, we lost in 1975, right? From the communists, right? And then now we heard about Antifa and Black Lives Matter. We don't care. We're not afraid of communists. We're not afraid of them, okay? We stand up for America. Yeah, we stand up for America. Yep, USA. We take America back.
God bless you. All right. Law enforcement officers running somewhere. Looks like something's going on ahead of us. We're going to go and see what's going on up here. I'm going to keep up with this guy. So the guys who came up and started a little bit of violence back there, spit in my face, started a little fight. Now we're running off the bridge. Got some counter folks out there. The sad thing is, so they're ahead. I'll flip it back. Yeah, no. The sad thing is, guys. Yeah, Jay. It's terrible. Are you from there?
Yeah, I drove down from Eugene.
Talk to me about that.
Hey guys, it's Emma from Eugene, Oregon. Came down to support this walk away movement in San Francisco. Last night, news broke. Hell broke out in Portland. My friend passed away, got murdered in cold blood by Antifa.
And they claim to be the tolerant ones.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Yeah, they know that.
They just stand behind their title. It's a word game with them. It gives them just cause to treat people like shit.
Right.
Because they say they're anti-fascist.
Right. Right. So they say they're anti-fascist, but everything they do is fascist.
Exactly.
That's the irony of this.
Do not give these people the benefit of the doubt anymore. They are
Say that again?
They are ramping up their violence. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore.
Yep.
Killing people right and left.
Yep. And that's what they want. They want that violence. Now they want the police. Yeah. You don't have freedom of violence, though, man. You don't have freedom of violence. You need the Lord. You need, I don't know, man. God does not come with that hatred.
He doesn't even know to hold the Bible on the right side up and tell you about.
God doesn't come with that hatred, bro. God is love.
It's a walk away, bro. We're marching.
Why did you wait for us? Why did you wait for us? Why did you wait? Why did you wait for us? Get out of my face, bro. Get out of my face. Why do you keep stopping? Why do you keep stopping? I know, so oppressed. So oppressed. Until, why do you keep stopping? Walk then. Then walk. Then walk. Walk. Keep walking. Oh wait, now he's trying to control the police. Look, this is the lawless. This is the lawless versus the law-abiding. So we have law-abiding citizens here, and this lawless guy who doesn't want people. How far? What's your safe space? What's the safe space? What's the safe space?
Y'all are making his job hard.
I love it. I appreciate
I love him too, so stop right here and let them go.
Okay. Is that a safe space? Is that a safe space? Is that a safe space? Then why is he coming back? Why is he coming back? Look at this. One guy. Well, they're making his job hard. Come on, man. You realize that?
We're feeding into that.
No.
Is that what we want to be known for?
No, we support law enforcement. There's a clear distinction. Look, hang on. I'm going to show you this. These are people that support law enforcement. Law enforcement supporters. Four thugs and their Antifa press person. Walk faster, Antifa. Walk. Wait, now they're trying to control. Oh my gosh, this guy. Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep coming back? This guy, thank you for your service. Sir, we don't want to make your job hard. Guys, it's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable.
Stay away from me.
Yeah, I know. Walk faster.
They're going to say they stopped our protest.
Why does he keep stopping? The question is, why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep coming back? We're not chasing you guys. Unbelievable. This is it, guys. Thank you for your service, sir. This is it, guys. This is the oppression that the left has. So much oppression that they get to control, impede a peaceful walk across a bridge. These people, 4 thugs, come out onto this bridge, and because they're upset, they tell police to slow down all of these beautiful patriots that are out here standing up for America because they don't want us to get too close to them after they started violence, guys. You can't, this is the left.
These people haven't smiled in 5 years since Trump has been elected. They haven't smiled
Right.
in 5 years.
Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable.
Talk about hypocrites.
They want a safe space. I don't know how far they have to be to get their safe space.
Russia. Send them to Russia.
Yes. If you want socialism or communism, go to Russia. Unbelievable. Thank you. Hey, thanks for joining us. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if that were 4 conservatives that walked into a BLM rally or an Antifa rally,
They would be shot.
yes,
They would be dead.
yes, they would be at least very injured.
Stabbed.
Very injured, guys. This is the difference. This is the battle. President Trump 2020 or the thugs that want to silence you and intimidate you and attack you. These guys, hang on. Now they're stopping again. They're stopping. Now they want the police. Keep walking, bro. Keep walking. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Now they want law enforcement. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Defend the police. Defend the police. Defend the police. Defend the police. God bless. And God bless this officer right here. Thank you for your service, sir. We absolutely support you. Standing up here is the one law officer up here on the sidewalk with us, keeping the peace from these guys who came up here to cause violence. Thank you for your service, sir.
We're gonna go to jail.
No, they won't. We're in San Francisco.
$1.3 million
We're in San Francisco. If they were conservative, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you, all of our law enforcement.
Thank you, law enforcement. Thank you, officers.
Hey, are you sure you don't want to talk, bro?
What about the civil conversation?
Are you sure you don't want to talk? Hey, are you sure you don't want to talk? Where? Over there? Okay, I'm going. Guys, he said only me. He said only me. Okay, I'm coming. My boy said only me. All right. Let's get a little quiet spot.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing this fine Sunday? We're all over the place. There's protests in Arkansas, San Francisco, Portland, where the murder was last night, or the shooting, I guess. I don't know. It was a murder. And before you say, like, oh, but the Kyle one wasn't a murder, but the Kyle one was, like, sort of in self-defense. There's gray area with the Kyle one. We've all seen the video of the Portland one. That guy was just walking down the street, and the guy pulled up and shot him twice. That's a murder. Oh, good. They're back. Anyway, San Francisco.
Are we talking? Are we talking?
Antifa versus.
Okay, where? Where are we talking at?
Hey, no shame about it. You need to be ashamed. You need to be ashamed.
Walk ashamed. Walk away. Walk away.
Where are we talking, man? Where are we talking? Okay. What's up, guys? Good to see you guys.
And before, because like I'm leaning towards hating the protesters more than anyone at this point. Like, if the Kyle situation had been the opposite, where like a couple of like Patriot Prayer people had just walked up and shot a black protester, I'd be like, that's murder. If the situations were flipped, it'd be what they are. I don't know. I literally passed out 5 minutes after I went offline last night and woke up 10 minutes before I went online today. I slept for like 10 hours. I'm still waking up. My phone was dead. I didn't plug it in. Shit's going to hell. All right, let's listen to this doofus. I think this guy's an asshole just as much as, well, less than these guys, but he's still an asshole.
Talk about it. I'm not ready to have this conversation.
Not right now.
You want to have a real conversation?
I don't want people to talk to you.
The way
here.
down.
Okay, let me give you a pen.
But let's do it. You want to do it? Let's go.
Okay, but let me ask you.
We can do this civilly.
I know. Can we do a little bit right now?
I cannot do it right now because I'm fired up.
I know.
Is this how you want it? You want me to look crazy?
No, you can.
Yeah, I'm pissed off like a motherfucker.
But why?
You want to talk? We can do that.
Yes.
This ain't chit chat time right now.
Why are you so pissed off?
We past that right now.
What? But why? We should be able to talk, man. Here, I'll give you right down here.
You gonna have me saying the wrong shit and
okay,
things like
right, that's
that.
fine.
Okay?
You don't have to.
You don't have to have this conversation. Let's have this conversation.
Write it on here.
No, I'm gonna put your phone number. Put your phone number.
I'll take yours. I don't give mine out. You can reach.
Smart. Do not give your person this number.
No.
Do not give these people your phone numbers.
You can reach me at Ben at Frontline America.
Give him my information.
No, I'm not putting it. I'm just having him write now.
I thought we was gonna talk about.
I'm having him write his on there.
Ugly, look at your teeth. Look at your teeth, nigga. Look at your teeth.
All right, hang on.
Look at your teeth.
Hang on.
All right, you fresh.
I'm covering up the number here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, all right, Josh. It's right on there.
Yeah.
I want his fat dick. I want Nipsey Hussle's fat dick too. I want his fat dick. Give me that fat dick. Give me that fat dick, bitch.
That's a 278.
278. All right, Josh. All right. Hey, if you change your mind, you're a little too bossy. Hang on, we got a fight going on over here. I love how leftists touch people and say, "Don't touch me." I love that. They run into you and say, "Don't touch me." So what happened with this guy, Jason? Did you see? So one Antifa member is getting arrested. Looks like two of them. Now they're asking. Oh. She's crying. She's crying. She's upset that she got arrested. Has a bloody nose.
Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up!
He's crying. She's crying.
We got something going on over here. What just happened, Ty?
I don't know.
What just happened?
Engage, they started swinging over there.
What happened, Josh? What happened, Josh? What happened, Josh?
Let's go!
What happened, guys? What happened? What happened, guys?
He punched a guy, don't let him leave.
He needs to be arrested right now.
He attacked me. I want charges against him.
What happened, man?
You're gonna go to jail.
What happened to you, sir?
He jumped on top of me, attacked my friend. I tried to pull him away and threw him on the ground. And he hit me. Little bitch.
This is, guys, it's so unfortunate. Couple violent.
We will rock you.
4 more years. 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 Back up, guys. Back up. Back up. God bless our law enforcement. Oh yeah, so many racists.
That is a
That's
beautiful
all they
sight.
have, racists.
That is a
all these. Look at all these racists. Joshua, we should talk, man. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. No pressure. So this guy's Jason. This guy's saying there's so many racists out here.
So many racists, but take a look at me. So many racists, but take a look at me. Am I racist too? Am I racist too? I'm sorry.
All life matters. He was right here. I don't know where he went. Right there. Right there. Right there. Yep. Now they're these thugs that want to defund the police always start. Look at this. That's the difference. Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The lawless versus the law-abiding citizens. I know. You can see it for yourself.
You had an interview with that asshole.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Yeah. 4 down. 5 down. I don't know, about 8 more to go.
He ran off. Did you not see?
No.
He ran away, man. I don't know. He might be lurking around.
Oh, the tall guy?
The big one. Did you see him?
The skinny tall guy?
No, big.
Oh, I didn't see him. I know, beautiful event.
They're thugs and they will not prevail. You guys just saw what happened.
Now these guys, and then these antagonists, these guys are the ones that want to antagonize law enforcement, that are saying defund the police, that start violence. Why are you getting in the cops' faces, guys? Why are you guys getting in the cops' faces? Why are you guys getting in the police faces?
Now you need a cop, coward. Little like a tattletale snitch.
These guys, man, talk about hypocrites.
I know.
Talk about hypocrites. Thank you for your service, guys. We appreciate you. We support law enforcement. We support law enforcement. Thank you for your service.
He's just as cringy. Ugh.
God bless America. Jason, let's talk about history with this girl. She wanted to talk about with the pink hat. She wanted to talk about history. Come talk. All right. We're going to have a conversation now. Come talk. It's America. What did the native tribes do to each other before the Europeans came?
Trying to protect our homelands. That's what we were trying to do.
No, they were fighting. They had did Native Americans own slaves? 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 Yes, the answer is yes. And they raped and murdered. It was the conquest. Yes, I do. It's history. It's history. No, it belongs to America. It belongs to America. It's called conquered land. It's called conquered land. No. Who is racist?
You guys keep saying that. Trump is a racist. I'm a racist. We're all racist, but you cannot back it up. How are we racist? How are we racist? How are we racist?
No, it's okay.
No,
but the problem is, okay, how do we move on? That's fine. No, you can do your saves. That's fine. No, it belongs. Does America belong to America? Who does America belong to?
Native peoples, indigenous peoples.
So how do we get past that? Because that's not an argument. How do? Right, I do. I have First Nations friends. I have First Nations friends that love America. That love America. Do you love America?
I love my country.
Do you love America?
I'm gonna have to.
So you don't love it?
But you're here. But you
live in America.
But you
live here.
But you live here.
It's not.
This is America.
It's called winners and losers.
But then why are you still here? You hate it so much, you gotta ask me why you're still here. Okay, but why are you here? If you hate America so much, why don't you find an alternative?
To the world.
So guys, yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you.
What's the alternative?
What's
I'm
the
doing
alternative?
okay.
I'm asking a question. I am. What's the alternative? I'm asking you. You said you hate it so much. So what's the alternative? How do we change it? How do we change it?
Respect the indigenous people.
How do we change it?
Guys, you can't get past that argument. If your argument is America doesn't belong to America anymore because it still belongs to the indigenous people, there's no place to have a conversation there. The argument's over. It's over. America belongs to the citizens of this country, just like every other nation of the world. It's such a nonsense argument. The history of the world prior to America being founded was slavery, was conquest, was winners and losers. That's not saying that it was all right, but that's what it was. Native American tribes fought each other. Native American tribes enslaved each other. African tribes enslaved each other. But if you stay on that mindset, you never go anywhere. It's a circular argument, and that's the unfortunate thing, because you can't get anywhere with that. America belongs to America. That's the bottom line. There were bad things that were done in the past, and we need to recognize that in our history. But you can't live in that. All right. I'm waiting to see if my brother's ready to talk yet. Where's Joshua? Your buddy was.
Yeah, your buddy
Are we
was just
talking
trying
now?
to kiss me.
He was spitting in our face.
Yeah.
If we're worried about COVID, I wouldn't be spitting in people's faces. Just between you and me.
This guy is such a
God
Chad.
bless you, man.
Hey, why don't you guys go over there and take it?
This guy is
God bless
such
you
a
guys.
Chad. Oh,
God
I
bless
love
you.
him.
We should talk. We should talk.
He's so annoying. Oh.
All right. I'm going to go look for my buddy Joshua. All right, guys. So good times. Thank you for sharing this. This is the unfortunate. So just to give you guys a recap, beautiful day, which turned into a little bit of violence, a little bit of thuggery, because a few violent thugs calling themselves BLM, a couple Antifa members, came out and started violence on the bridge. So we came across, we were on the 4 more years, yes sir. Oh, you said 4 more beers? 4 more years? Oh, he said 4 more beers, okay. All right.
All right, shit.
God
Fuck
bless
it.
you. God
I'll
bless
drink
you
to that.
anyways. So we're out there. A couple guys started fights. A couple were arrested. Looks like 5 Antifa/BLM members were arrested. And we're trying to have some conversations with them. It's very hard to do that when your frame of reference is America is stolen land, and you can't get past that. It's a non-starter for an argument. You have to realize wars happened, whether you like it or not. Bad things happen, good things happen, but America is the freest country in the history of the world, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your background.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. I may find this
out here and say they want the police. It's just ironic. So we're going to go up and have a little bit more good times with our fellow patriots. Yeah, of course. No, not at all. Do you want to be in it?
Here, I'll take it for you. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Be careful. He's come on, you gotta go in the middle. He's Antifa. He'll run away with your phone. Just kidding.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for being up there. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I do a show called Frontline America, but we also are on America's Voice News. So oh yeah, well, there's some folks from Turning Point out here. We've got a Walkaway out here. We just walked across the bridge to support freedom and liberty. You might tell me your name?
My name is Zay.
And are you here in the Bay?
Yes.
Okay. Just getting a little exercise?
Yeah, it's my day off.
What do you think about what's going on, the violence, all of the intimidation you see going on?
I'll explain my point after this.
What specifically?
Well, like, we got BLM, Antifa, Portland, Seattle.
Yeah, Portland.
It's crazy.
I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. Like I saw, what was his name? David Duke, the officer that African-American officer that killed.
Yeah.
So, he's doing his job. I think the Black Lives Matter.
David Dorr, not Dr. David Duke.
Misconceived, and the way that they go about trying to, I guess, spread their message isn't exactly the best way to do it, and it's just like you can say, there's just no civil discourse.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm a centrist, so I'm more libertarian than anything, so it's a bit difficult to talk with people. I think conservatives are a little bit more open to speaking with me, just because I don't exactly agree with everything they say, because like I said, everything is kind of like a case by case basis.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
But that's how America should be. I'm a Christian conservative. You're libertarian. We should, and if there's somebody from the left, a classic liberal, we should be able to come together and have a conversation.
All right, okay. I'm going to explain why this guy... You're all like, oh, you're just jealous of him. No, I'll tell you why this guy's a fucking Chad and why I think he's annoying. And then I'll explain why I like him at the end. This guy is carrying around a fake microphone while filming on an iPhone. Okay? He could actually have a microphone set up and do this professionally. But he's carrying around a fake fucking microphone. That being said, he's absolutely the type of person that runs into the scene and is like, why are you harassing him? Why are you harassing him? Why are you harassing them? So of course I like him because he's gonna get us good stuff. But for Christ's sakes, invest in a microphone. Listen, you can't hear the audio because he fucking pulls it back to make it a double shot so you can see both of them. The audio's coming from the phone and he's holding a microphone.
I care about the type of person you are, like you said, and one thing that's crazy is that a lot of times when I say something like that, where a lot of people don't even know the definition of racism, and you ask them, what's the definition of socialism? What's the definition of communism? They're like, it's just like orange man. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't like Trump in any particular sense, and I think he would go about conducting his everyday
Right.
And I've said this so many times where it's just like, dude, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white. Like, I call my family out, and I'm from an Asian family. You know, we have like a very conservative style. We go to school, we settle down, we fight for a job, we fight for the family. And it's like, I hold my own family accountable. So I'll be damned if I don't hold somebody that like, I don't know accountable. And it's really crazy how things have changed. And a lot of these people, they would never put their names to their actions. You know, like they go out in mobs and groups.
Well, that's why they you know, before COVID and all that, they were covering their face because they didn't want to be caught. And now they're using that as an excuse to keep doing violence and hiding behind it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
The most recent arrest for the 17-year-old, I don't know his name, but the one that was
Kyle.
Yeah, I think he had a rifle and he defended himself in self-defense. And what puzzles me about that is everyone was just like, well, he wasn't supposed to be there. It's like, yeah, but you're also not supposed to be looting stores and breaking into places, but that's okay.
Burning down people's houses and businesses and murdering people. I mean, we've had many murders across the country. That's what I can't stand is the double standard. That it's, well, this is how you have to act until it's me, and then I act totally different. And that's what we find from the left. Oh, be tolerant until it's us and we don't like you, and then we can be as intolerant as we want.
Like, I don't know if you know Kenosha.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
One of his great Q&As that I love was when someone was like talking about reparations, and they're like, okay, well, how much of your privilege would you like to give back?
Right.
You know, and I'm like, well, sure everyone in America has privilege.
We're all privileged to be in America.
Yeah, you go to like a third world country, you go like my country, it's bad, man.
Where are you originally from?
From Brewing.
Yeah.
Like.
Is it communist there?
Well, it's transitioning into democracy. It's transitioning, but like you know it never the transition is never good.
Right.
It's like we go from totalitarianism to democracy back into it's just like the history of the cyclical cycle of dictatorships is always gonna
And see, and that's why, and that's why I'm coming down. That's why we're coming down here is because these conversations that we're having now, they need to happen. If the stigma is to be erased, like we gotta have these conversations. The world needs to hear the people from here saying exactly how they feel about it.
I'll say I go to Harrison High School, and in recent years, there's been more diversion. We've had more people of color coming to the school, and they're treated perfectly. There's no racism. Not any of the other kids are racist. I've never seen any racism happen in this town. It's ridiculous.
It
Can you tell me an
happens.
instance of racism that has happened that you've seen? Do what? Can you tell me an instance of racism that you've seen? I'm not saying that I've seen it, but I'm saying it can happen. I do.
Can you hear now, faggots?
I mean, I'm not saying I agree with those people.
That's racist.
I don't agree. Yeah, I mean,
But
I can agree with, just like I'm with the family.
So that is racism.
I don't stand with them. I mean, yes, there's racist people, right?
You said
There's
name
racist
an example
people.
of racism.
There are racist people.
I'm about to go catch this.
Deal with starting all that. The very best thing to do to get rid of racism is, you know what it is?
What do you think?
Divide everybody?
Don't talk about it. Treat people as normal. Don't say, hey, black person.
See, here's
hey,
the
black
problem.
person.
Here's the
Hey,
problem. Your brain is processed to sort things by colors.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's scientific. It's like
When I looked right at you, I didn't say, hey, there's a damn black woman. I said, there's a damn BLM supporter.
It's called unconscious bias, and I know it's hard to understand, but basically, your brain stores a whole lot of memory that you don't even realize how it impacts the way you act. So when you have, yes, because just because you have a brain does not mean you're a scientist and understand the makeup of the brain, and that's part of the problem. Because you think that you can't be racist because you don't know you're racist.
Black lives matter, all lives I was just going to say, the point I was trying to make was because you said
I view all of them as individuals until they get into the black lives.
I pulled up to a Dollar General and I had
It'd be the same thing if you were a hardcore Joe Biden supporter. I don't like Marxists. It's pretty easy.
But here's my thing. Can you not have a difference of opinion with people and still get along with them?
That's why I'm not attacking you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna attack you because like we can have difference. Yeah, so we can dialogue and we can.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, you over here spitting out the facts.
This right here is data from the government, right? This is a law enforcement agency about vehicle stops from the government, right? So when you look at it, this is Missouri. This is not Arkansas. And you look, so here's white people. How often are they, so their search rate is 5.8. Black people are 8.8. That means they're way more likely to be searched if they're black. Wait, hold on.
No, that's just statistics of the people stop. There's no law.
No, I'm going to tell you the stop statistics. So here's the
Hey, Alex.
Revival.
Man, I love
that really helped out.
I agree. 100%.
So he can
we're having we set our piece and we're having dialogue. Nothing's gonna escalate.
Yeah, I definitely think just having the conversations that need to be had.
And we're letting the right people have the conversations. We're not chatting over ourselves. We're letting the person who can be part of those conversations be part of those conversations.
Oh, terrible, man. So I was like watching, like somebody's going to get thrown over the edge.
So I don't know if the three of them might be watching this, but that one guy with the beard on there, I know, man, I didn't want to be there.
Privilege does not mean that you will not have negative experiences like I do as a black person. It means that your race does not make you
I've been promoting you big time this whole time.
Dang, man, you got twice as many viewers as I did. I just hit
I've had police pull their guns on me 3 different times in my life, and I've never been arrested for anything.
Who want tolerance are up there saying, silencing other people with, and that's what it is though. If you disagree, they are living in a state of it's battered women syndrome. The people like that guy you're talking about. If he were to stand up against those guys, he would lose all of his friends.
Yes.
He may lose his family. He may be attacked violently.
Be like this, you'd be in a Trump rally.
Yeah, that's it. So you're welcome, guys. We will not do that to you. You can think for yourself. We won't attack you. We will defend ourselves. We have the right to self-defense. You saw a little bit of that on the bridge. You have the right. If somebody attacks you, you have the right to defend yourself. But if you're on the left and you see what's going on and you're sick of it, I'm just telling you right now, conservatives, libertarians, people on the right welcome you with open arms. We stand for freedom, for liberty. I'm a Christian conservative. I may disagree with some of the stuff. As a Christian conservative,
Are we ready to admit that it's a fake microphone?
About certain things in our society that I disagree with, but that won't stop me from loving you.
Because when you talk at a consistent volume and you move directions in a mic, the voice will change because of the angle. But it's staying stagnant because of him recording audio from a
Wake up, stand up, vote in 2020.
camera phone.
Woo-hoo-hoo, 2020! No desire, man. Tell everyone who you are too, man.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean to cut you off, Patrick. All right, I love you, man. Great to see you, brother.
What's going on? My name is Ken, and I'm here to support Trump and support conservatives in California because we need it.
Now, do you have a page? I know you're talking about
conservative. I was gonna do it.
Conservative Boricua.
Yeah, that's like
it's a tough one, man. Did they? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're going to do an interview of me being interviewed.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's a double interview.
Inception.
I understand the tensions that have been riled up. That's why I'm here trying to break that ice. That's why I'm here trying to dialogue and show people that.
When I asked about, do y'all want to bridge the gap, you know what I got told? No.
I want to bridge the gap. That's my organization, Bridge the Gap NWA. Nobody else can speak for Bridge the Gap NWA.
Is that Jessica Lady, your sister?
Yes.
When you try to talk to her, because she doesn't understand. Prison is a place where I've never mistreated anybody. A lot of people never mistreated anybody. Is racism everywhere? We can agree it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Right?
It's definitely everywhere.
Right. My time, I've experienced racism. I have been in the military, having the military lifestyle. I didn't realize it because I'm kind of stupid. Okay? What's up? No. Let's back it up. Oh, I admit it. I am a blonde, but I got called a dumb white bitch. Did you know that? Now, the person who called me a dumb white bitch is a very dear friend of mine. Now, but he had to tell me that 20 years ago, I had experienced reversal racism. I just thought they were conjuring. Okay? And he said, I better put this on because I don't want no virus. He said to me, hey, you're too damn dumb sometimes to get it. But I just thought it was caught. I've got friends here in this town, and the point is, y'all are here and saying all this stuff, but nobody's even asked anybody here at all, what do we feel?
And that's why I'm asking. Like, what do you feel?
What do you want to know what I feel?
I want to know
I
what you
feel that your life is precious, my life is precious, every baby's life is precious, every human, everywhere is precious. Now, I am sorry that y'all got upset about that George feller, but can we agree that he was on fentanyl and drugs?
I can't agree with that because there was 3 different autopsies and it was proven that he was that he died from suffocation from the knee on the neck. There's autopsies proving it. It wasn't fentanyl.
But can you agree that him and that other cop at one point in time had some kind of relationship? They had a personal relationship out of that.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to speak on that because I'm not sure on the exact info on that about the cops' relationship. I watched the video, and what that video clearly showed me of George Floyd was murder. Like, it's clear cut in the video.
And you see that, but then do you see the other races that were involved in this?
With the other police officers. That's what you're talking about. Yes, I've seen that. But the knee on the neck.
That was wrong. It doesn't matter if that was a black officer, a green officer, a purple officer. That is a very, by the way, that is a real hold. Let me tell you. And it hurts when you break the law and they do it. Have you ever had it done?
What?
Have you ever had them hold your ass down because you broke the law?
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
Then you know what you do? You don't break the law.
But I get that, but there's police who harass people whether you breaking the law or not. That's a problem in this country. And when you go into the inner city streets and communities, young black men are racially profiled. Like, they're specifically profiled because they're black, for dressing black.
But do you know, do you think I could go down to, what's that town's name? Pine Bluff. Do you think I could go to Pine Bluff?
I think you could go to Pine Bluff and be just fine. You might not be able to go to certain areas in Pine Bluff, but the overall Pine Bluff, you can go to Pine Bluff without worried about the police.
Battery real quick. My phone's about to die on me. And
Yes. I got you.
Man. Are you still good on your charge?
Yes, I am good,
Okay.
and I still got half of that juice.
Why is he so stupid that he made his point for her? Why is he so dumb? Why are you so stupid, boy?
Conservative Boricua in the house.
Okay. So.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to head over here. All in all, a beautiful day. My boy Max. My boy Max, man.
Do you know that man?
Take the hair off.
With the Trump sign.
And Brandon, thank you for being out here. Even with
one gentleman.
Yes.
You know, we don't know him.
Him?
No, it was a black man.
Oh yeah, yes, I seen him.
We don't know that man. He just came up to us.
Look, I didn't know you guys didn't know him. I thought you guys knew him.
We did not know him. He just came up to us, and there was a statement made that basically he was paid. I'm going to tell you right now, none of us know him. We're going to fix this shit. Let's do it with the truth. No more lies.
So what's the truth?
The truth is we didn't know that man.
Yeah.
And the truth is that us, mostly people here in this town, we don't have a problem with any race. Do you know the Filipinos make the best damn donuts?
How long does it take your family to
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know that I've been told that I can't talk to my friends who are black because they would be afraid to talk to me about racism? But do you know they talk to me about it and I talk to them?
Because we're supposed to have that. Those are what the conversations you're supposed to have with people that you're close with. You're supposed to have the tough
but I even have
conversation.
it with even strangers. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Have you ever met me?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well here, I'm Tanya.
I'm Aaron.
Okay, now Mr. Aaron, I'm going to tell you right now. You really want to know the truth?
I almost busted my
how
arse.
people feel? Instead of, all the screaming and the hollering, sit back and just listen to the people in Harrison. There's people who are pissed off and angry right now because things are being slammed down their throat, but there ain't no communication going. And I'm going to tell you, I can't talk to people that are black because I'm white planing. How am I white planing by asking somebody that I don't know, hey, how's your day and how do you feel? What's happened? Can you talk to me? I'm told I can't do that. Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't
Did you
know.
also know that I was told that blacks cannot be racist? You didn't know that? But you know what? You can tell me the truth. Blacks can be racist.
It can be both ways.
Oh.
But right now in the country, black people's the one being targeted, and a lot of racism from black communities stems from the way that they're racially profiled and stems directly from police.
But do you know that those guys over there, if you came to town, they wouldn't profile you probably? You know them?
I don't know them personally. I don't know them personally.
You know
They've been cool so far, but I don't put anything past anything. I didn't say you would.
But you got to give people chances. Everybody has to have a chance. We got labeled by that Quinn fella. I've heard that you don't follow Quinn.
We've done some protests together and everything, but like his movement is his movement and my movement's my movement.
What's his movement? Are you going to tell me right now? Do you think that his movement was fair, or do you think he unfairly and made shit up to get y'all pissed off?
But he's never targeted us.
No, he doesn't target you. He targeted Harrison.
I mean, I just feel like Quinn believes strongly in what he believes in, and like he acts.
His lies?
You know what I'm saying? What I believe I'm not going to speak on it too much. I just believe he believes in what he believes in. So I can't say nothing to him for going about his actions. I don't know that because he's never personally done that
on
to
his
me.
neck.
You know?
Do you want to understand why you're just talking? Because you are so arrogant.
You've been screaming at it looks like they're watching the car. I think it's just coming myself. You screamed in my face.
So now let's insult each other and see how well this conversation is going. But like I said, honey, listen, I've trained thousands of people on this state that you believe you know better than me. Okay? You do. And you what? Finished high school last week? Okay, so you're still in high school. So one of these days, when you come to a conference, let me tell you how. One of these days, you're going to realize that whenever you come to a conference, it has far more education and experience. You as a black person, I understand racism way better than you. Why? Because I've experienced it my entire life. How? Let me start. When I was in kindergarten, they used to call me the little brownie in the brownie uniform, or they'd circle around me and call me a nigger while I walked around. I mean, thank you. So at some point you will get to a point in your life where you say, you know what? I'm at least going to try to hear the experts. I'm at least going to hear, but not because of your race.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
To make his point, he's not actually trying to hear to understand.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Because he asked a question.
He listens
and
better
then
than most of everybody else.
True.
That's what
So Aaron, I want to tell you this on camera.
Okay.
All of us need to be addressing our implicit bias and make sure that we are not acting in racist ways. Every single person.
Because see, that's absurd.
And we didn't get no rain or nothing.
No, it's perfect.
This is.
You have to intentionally address it. That means you do things that you now are going to restructure the idea in your brain.
The kids that the kid, what's a kid?
Oh yeah, I got you. My bad.
The Keith American kid was saying earlier, he's like, oh, I'm not racist, and racism doesn't happen in these schools. He has now digged himself into a deeper hole of now saying, yes,
let me guess, you're racist against
racist. He's got all the guys standing behind him that are racist.
racist against the attitude, not color.
I hate to say it, like, I'm white, but I get racism because I'm half Hispanic. And so people hear me talking to Hispanic, hey, look, it's the illegal Mexican, it's the illegal immigrants, let's talk Mexican. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not illegal. I was born in the States.
Yeah. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you being out here and standing with us, bro.
She's got a back like she could be the daughter of Ernie Ladd.
Oh my God!
Yeah, oh yes, very much.
You're saying that every white person knows
Y'all see what's going on. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I'm doing good. You doing all right? I swear the weather loves us. Every time it's supposed to pour down on our head.
We're supposed to do it.
I know, like zinc it was supposed to pour down. I'm telling you, like
We're doing it for our baby.
it's awesome. The weather really likes us. It was supposed to be like thunderstorms all on our head. It was supposed to be the same thing when we marched to zinc. You know when we went to zinc that it was supposed to pour down and thunderstorm on our heads too, and it did it. And then when we came, it was supposed to pour on our heads too, and it did it.
I left my poncho at home specifically so that I wouldn't have it.
No, I'm mama. I'm
Right?
always prepared.
It's
I've got
awesome.
like 20 ponchos in the car.
You know, if I could
It's
like
humid, but
Yeah,
at least
no,
it's not 100
right?
degrees out.
I swear, and no rain, like thunderstorms, like it said, because I thought I was gonna be out here in a raincoat.
Oh man, I thought I was just gonna get wet.
All right.
I got 20 ponchos in the van. And I had a little covered area just in case we needed it.
Stayed a lot, waited out front.
We already went to zinc, Brianna. We made Daily Mail. We already went. What happened?
What did you say, bro?
Y'all lost. Y'all lost. Look, even Germany is taking y'all symbols down. You throwing it. They throwing it in the ground. They throwing it in the ground, honey. Even the origin said we don't want it no more.
Yeah. Is he cool with me being online?
I told him you were live.
Okay, cool. What's up, bro?
My mic now. If you want to get people's attention here and you want them to listen to you, you're gonna have somebody like you that's a spokesman that's not gonna yell. I'm gonna give you 2 examples of why this was utterly stopped from dead on. Number 1 is the screaming, like she was just doing. If you scream, like it's like this. If let me say I'm with you, okay? And I come through this crowd and I start swinging fists.
Yeah.
They gonna listen to me, man?
Nah.
I've already lost the messaging, correct?
Yeah.
If you yell, you're gonna lose messaging. Number 2, and I know you've resolved this, but number 2, what caused a lot of problems this time was Quinn.
Sure.
I mean, when Quinn's threatening to burn down zinc, and he did. It was I've seen it. 2, when he was calling everybody in this town Ku Klux Klan, and Amanda was going along with him. And 3, when it's just you can't do that, man. You have the voice and the tenor to make people listen to you. Okay? When you're swinging and when you're yelling, you've already lost the message. This is Southern town, man. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
In Southern towns, you automatically, when an outsider, like I told him, I was born and raised here, dude. I left when I was 5 years old, and I came back when I was 12. I was exposed to a lot of stuff in Kansas City. If I went to high school, I went to Kansas City Paseo. You can look up Kansas City Paseo, and you can see where I was at. When I came back, they hated me, dude. I listened to a little rap, along with Hank Jr., along with AC/DC, but I brought in a little bit different. These people hated me, dude. I was the best athlete that ever came out of this town. That's no shit. You can look that up. But every year, I had to fight for my position because some rich kid, rich dude's kid, should be playing a position I was. Every year I had to step out there and fight my way. Fight my way every single year when she's not been, all because I was different. Okay, no, I don't know the racism that you may have faced in your life. I don't, but I do know how it is to be profiled and judged because you're different.
Okay. We can agree on that. We definitely can agree on that.
And the fact is, what I'm trying to tell you is, if somebody would come here with a calm voice, you're going to get people to listen to you. Dude, I knew Jerry Jackson would flip on you at a moment's notice. And they did the petition recall last week, recall petition on him, and it got more signatures than he thought it was going to get. I knew he was going to flip on you. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. Jeff Crocker would have flipped on you. Dan Sheridan would have flipped on you. It's politicians. Whichever way the wind blows, that's the direction they're going.
That's the direction they're going.
But when yelling, like the girl in the purple, she don't do you no good, bro. She don't do you no good.
And see that, and that's the thing about me and Jessica. That's why we're Bridge the Gap, because we really want to create serious dialogue, and we really want to talk and come to an understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's not just yelling back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it is. When it's again, dude. If me and you went to, I don't know, pick any town in small towns. If you and me rolled off.
I have a picture of the man speaking from high school. And he is indeed actually probably the best athlete to ever come out of Harrison, Arkansas. Here he is pictured in his uniform.
You want to come here with a calm voice, dude? You'll have people listen to you. You saw it.
Yeah.
Was we having yelling for 15 minutes? People
No.
listened.
Yeah.
There was 2 groups listening.
Yeah.
And then somebody had to start yelling, and then it just dissolves.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have mattered. It dissolved if somebody on this side started yelling.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
It's like, I would defend, and I agree 100% with your right to protest you. I understand that there are injustices. I understand that. But, girl right there, when you start yelling, it overshoots your injustice.
I feel you, but here's the thing that I have, that the only thing that I'm gonna say about it. Like, I kind of understand kind of situation going on, but she's angry. She's angry because of the things that she's went through in life. So when she's speaking, I don't think she's speaking as so much with like anger as it is passion. Yeah, Dola. I think she's speaking passion. She's speaking with passion and her life experience. Dola been through a lot.
Like if you passion right now, you speaking with passion right now?
Yeah. But
Nobody threatened the child.
Everybody said, Amanda, come on.
Amanda, come on, Amanda. Come on.
I know, I'll get it.
All right. So the 2 groups have been separated officially by law enforcement. Sean's still over here chatting though.
They want to run up on folks, but they want to get mad.
Let's see. Here comes this guy again. That is the 5th time.
What's the carbon emission from that?
I don't know. That's the 5th time that truck has gone by now. Let's see. So it looks like the group's kind of come back. Let's get back on message, back to point over here. Back to why we're here. Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
Good!
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Good! Woo! Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, seriously, like, I'm so sorry that my great-great-grandfathers tried to overthrow the French. And I'm sorry that my great-great-grandfathers tried to, you know, frame the Armenians. And I'm sorry that my grandfathers, you know, may have exaggerated to 6 million. And I'm sorry that my father has currently corrupted the financial system. And I'm sorry that I'm currently learning the family business. See, there's all things that we can be sorry about in our family lineage, but, I mean, get over it.
All right. Grab one. Grab one. Oh my God. How you doing? 4 more years. What? Carol, yeah, the original Carol Baskin. Excellent, thank you. Huh? No, I'm not. I'm the other black guy. Yeah.
By the way, if I had it my way in this country, all of you Hungarians would be out. You can all fuck back to that fucking shithole.
No, I'm not Major. I'm the other black guy. No, I'm not Joe Collins. I'm the other black guy. Hey-o! Oh, look what's coming up. The bus with my face on it is coming up. Woo! Excuse me. Woo! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you too. Woo! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, what's going on? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm on the side of your bus. Fantastic. did a botch job on the tape, but whatever. It's all good. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Uh-huh. Boom. Yep.
This guy sounds like the first 5 seconds of a Will Smith single. Oh, I don't know.
So there's a bus with my face on it, driving down the street. I love it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Grab one. There we go. Oh, give me one, please, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you got cold water. Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much. No, I'm good for now. I don't have enough hands. All right, later. Thank you so much. Uh-huh. LAGOP coming through with a fresh bottle of water. I love it. I wonder where I parked my car. All right. Now this parade is so long that I'm gonna just sit here. Hey, good stuff. What was that? What was that? Hey-o. What's going on?
Nice to see you. How's your day?
It's been fantastic.
You need some more water or anything?
I'll take one more. I'll take one more.
Yourself, okay?
Yeah, he's gay.
I'll take one more. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Rudy Melendez. I am a fan of Errol Weber. You should visit his Instagram page because it's amazing, it's informative, and it's educational. Good luck to you, Errol. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
God bless.
Excellent. Okay. Woo! There we go. Excellent. Woo! I need to drape myself in this. That's what I'm talking about.
Percent to 50%, you know what I'm saying, in population, then the black death by police would skyrocket over that. You know what I'm saying?
I think, what, 3 people died by cops last year?
I'm not sure.
And more, over 30 black men have been killed by the damn Black Lives Matter riots. You
But
know that?
I'm not sure on the exact
That's
numbers
the real,
of that.
The real statistic.
I'm gonna do research on that. But if y'all want to come out to the event next Sunday, have dialogues and talk.
You say, you know, it's a racist thing. What if it's not? What if it's a community problem more than anything?
Like a community not being able to come together and be unified problem type of thing, you're saying?
Not the unity, just...
And see, that's why I want to have the dialogue. That's why I want to have food. Everybody come. We just talk. You know what I'm saying? And we try to get on the same page because nobody's ever going to get...
came into town and started mass protests.
I mean, I haven't started mass protests. I went to Zinc and I fed the community.
Thanks, you're with him.
You know what I'm saying? I went to Zinc because they all believe in the statement Black Lives Matter. All those people over there are not a part of the organization of Black Lives Matter. Nobody's directly tied into that organization. Everybody over there believes in the statement Black Lives Matter, but nobody over here is directly tied in or affiliated with the direct organization of Black Lives Matter. Nobody. Huh?
Is Floyd Goodwin over there in your group?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen them personally. They haven't came up to me personally and said anything about them being over there. Why?
Because they're the ones that put the crosshair on the kid's back.
The crosshair?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. All right, enlighten me on the crosshair.
There was a little boy, 9 years old, that's got a crosshair on his back because he had a Confederate flag on his bull riding vest. That happens to be my kid. Now I'm here, any motherfucker over there that wants to put crosshairs on my kid's back when we have absolutely no racist.
Yeah, that's
in our bones.
no. I don't agree with that. There should be no child brought into anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in total. We can agree on that. Like we can definitely agree on that.
So if Floyd is with your group, that is why you guys are being hated right now. Or Floyd, whatever the fuck's your name is. Good one.
Yeah, see, that's not right. So if that, I mean, I would have never like post a pic of nobody's kid like
And
that.
this
So
is a small town. I mean, if one of them gets fucked with, all of them gets fucked with.
Easily accessible from within the same overall region.
I have a specific group for people who are interested in volunteering medic supplies or medical support or being an extra set of eyes for a medic. So if you are interested in that, you need to get with me and you need to have somebody who can vet for you because I'm very picky about who gets recruited for security reasons. So if you are interested in, if you got the cash to pay for medical supplies, pay for water, pay for Gatorade, or if you got the experience, or if you want to
Oh my gosh, I'm just reading some of these comments now. I didn't realize I had so many trolls on my Facebook now. Oh man. But I'm gonna go ahead and give Aaron his battery pack back, and we'll go ahead and finish up. Might do one more walk around the square.
Hell no. Floyd hates me. That's why she's doing this.
Can you define communism?
No. Floyd completely like lost her shit and hates all of us. Like,
Communism is,
that's why she did what she did.
it's where all the resources are pooled together and divided equally. That's what communism would be.
Equal disbursement, which in reality is everyone's equally hungry.
No, stop.
Yes and no. See, the problem with communism is, theoretically, it works, but we've never had we've never had an actual communist nation.
This guy's running for
because
Congress,
people are
by the way.
greedy inherently. There's always the me.
You know the old saying, power corrupts, absolutely. That's true. That's why communism don't work.
But what we need
Sorry,
is
my
we
apologies.
need
He's not
social
running for
capitalism
Congress.
is what we need.
He's
We
running
need to
for the
continue our
Senate.
free market.
Social things like Social Security. We have unemployment.
Police, fire, SNAP, WIC, CHIP. We have a lot of programs.
People have food stamps. That's a social program. You don't want it to go over the scale to actual socialism, because then everyone's fucked.
And I don't think anybody's calling for that. I think one of the biggest things is one of our huge problems in our country is we have socialism for the rich and rugged individualism for the poor, where a lot of our billionaires and a lot of our giant corporations like Amazon, Netflix, Walmart, they avoid taxation, where we're all paying 20-30% in taxes.
You say you want to tax the corporations a lot more.
No, not at all. Actually, personally, I would like to drop their tax rate from 37% down to 25%, but enforce that they actually pay 25% rather than paying 0% like they're doing now. Like Amazon. Amazon took $400 million in subsidies from us. We gave them $400 million and they paid $0 in taxes. And it's things like that that are really making it hard. And that's why they try to keep us divided with all of this stuff and busy so that we don't pay attention to the people who are robbing us blind.
On our side and be against all that, because with more capitalism, the more supply and demand, the more jobs.
Well, this is just the symptom of a problem. If we would address the problem right now, which is mostly a lack of equal education, a lack of equal and affordable and accessible health care. Yeah, and we have some ways that we need to fix that because a lot of our lower income communities don't get the quality of education that our more higher income communities
I lived
get.
on the golf course and I didn't get shit in education. Hell, I freaking quit school in 10 months.
Well, the kind of education we get, say here in Harrison or in other little rural towns compared to the kind of education that you get in Northwest Arkansas or Central Arkansas. I mean, the amount that students get per capita is just so much less. Like in Bentonville right now, for virtual schooling, they gave every single student a laptop to use. Every single student, where we have schools that can't even afford to give kids textbooks. And so we need to make sure that we are equally funding ours. But I mean, again, these are just addressing the problem of the symptoms. but the symptoms are going to go away once we fix things like law enforcement reform.
No amount of education is going to fix a morality problem, right?
It will help people
be a smart asshole or a dumb asshole. You're still an asshole.
It's the desensitivity that really becomes a problem. Like when people are willing to talk like this is what we need, because we can grow from this. I've been listening to both sides, hearing all sides of what's going on, and I think a lot of it is lost in communication. A lot of miscommunication is what it is. But again,
screaming and hollering don't help.
I do agree.
Dialogues like this are so important. So important. Not behind screens, face to face, talking. Because we're all the same. We all have the same goals. We all love this place. We don't want anything to tear it up. We love and want to protect this place. We all agree with that. We also, what we're trying to say is we don't want some people being treated differently. We want everyone to be treated
Oh, well, yeah, but...
And it's the same when you're poor in this country.
Exactly,
You know that.
but that's
You
where I
guys- you
say...
get stomped on.
In reality, the way our system works, it's not against what color you are. It's against if you're rich or poor. That's the main problem.
It really
Could it be
is.
both,
And that's
though?
a common
Could
ground.
it be both?
That's a common ground for everybody. Like we're all being milked by the government.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Why
Like
do you-
we're all going through struggles
Why
in
do you
life.
have a social security card when you're born?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Because you're borrowed against. You're a piece of property.
Exactly.
But yes, what you're saying, yes, that will exist in a free society. Because like how I told you earlier, you could say to me, I hate you because you're white. And I would say, that's your freedom of belief. The only time it's not is whenever you make a direct threat towards someone.
But what happens is that beliefs, imagine now that I say I hate you because you're white, and now you come into a space with almost all black people that hate you because you're white.
I would do that. But most white people are not racist.
Okay, it does happen. Wait, it happens, right? And it would be really hard for you to succeed there, right? So it happens to me like that in most places in the United States. There are pockets where that happens.
Does it happen here?
Does it happen in Harrison? In Harrison, I've had some very racist experiences. Like people telling me,
we go through, quit your job, Brandon. Brandon, quit your job, Brandon. Brandon, quit your job, Brandon. Yo, Brandon, come on, Brandon, quit your job, Brandon. Brandon Rice, quit your job, Brandon. Yo, Brandon, quit your job, Brandon. You see how you mad, right, Brandon? Quit your job. Wilson class of 06 or what, 05 or some shit like that?
Take your hand off your gun.
Quit your job, Brandon.
There's no threat here.
Brandon, quit your job,
Have your hand
Brandon.
on your gun. There's no threat here whatsoever.
Oh yeah, I'm good. You straight. Got a freedom of speech. That's the Second Amendment right. I know your whole MO. You came to work for me at Team Empowerment. You know you came and sat down at them dialogues?
What they say?
Huh?
What the person said?
Oh, you make sure you protect it. Good. Go ahead. Good.
Just a conversation.
Yeah, just a conversation. I got my Second Amendment right. I know your whole MO. Brandon, quit your job, B.
And we take up space, I want you all to recognize and see what they are protecting. When they say protect and serve, who are they protecting? Who are they serving? We are paying them with our tax dollars to stand here and protect
Wait.
I'm gonna wait. Chant that shit. Quit your job, B.
How the police force does not work in favor for us, how they do nothing but terrorize our people. They sit here and they protect this building. This is what our tax dollars are going to. This is why we need to defund the police. Because they are protecting the building. They're protecting a racist institution and a racist system. That does nothing but terrorize our people.
I want to see kids cared half as much as they did for Black Lives.
Good. One right there. Nice picture. I'm live. I want everybody to see this shit. The rest of today. I'm good.
I wish that these pigs cared half as much as they do for these barricades as they do Black Lives.
Brandon, quit your job. Brandon, quit your job. Brandon, quit your job.
What these pigs don't understand, they try to conflate property destruction with violence. They try to conflate property destruction with violence so that they could justify being violent to black bodies. So if property destruction is equivalent to violence, How come property destruction isn't a proper response to violence?
Grow out.
So.
Tried to apply a tourniquet, but was unsuccessful. We have too much violence going on in our community. Hate, division, hopelessness, too many guns in the wrong hands is fueling this round of violence, and it will take all of us together to stop the bleeding in our community and in our country. My office is working closely with the Police Bureau and the mayor to investigate last night's shooting. As you have heard mentioned earlier in this press conference, we need cooperation of the public. It is vital that we find answers. I'm thankful for the officers and the detectives working with Chief Lavelle to investigate these crimes, the attorneys from my office that were out all night working with them to help us find answers and put together a proper investigation. I know and expect that the cases of violent acts will be investigated and then submitted to my office for review. We do not prosecute individuals based on ideologies or affiliations with political or non-political organizations. We will initiate a criminal case following a review of all of the evidence and whenever legally and ethically appropriate, pursuant to state and constitutional law. We support freedom of speech. We support nonviolent protests. We support speaking out to improve our communities. We support standing up for each other. What we do not support is violence. We're in a pivotal time right now. We cannot afford to allow the calls for social justice to end to systemic racism to be overshadowed by the continued violence. We cannot allow this critical moment in our history to be hijacked. This is our community, and we are strong. We reject violence when it occurs. My office is ready to hold offenders accountable. And together, in Dr. King's words, let's choose to live together as brothers and sisters and not perish together as fools. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, we're going to now open up the floor for questions. And again, identify which outlet you are with, your name, and then your question and who it's directed at, or maybe in the other order, who it's directed at, and then your question. And let's begin. Who's got a question? Okay.
I'd like to hear from the mayor and the chief what kind of planning you had ahead of last night's demonstration, since it seemed there was a high likelihood for person-on-person violence.
Guys, I'm sorry. How does Fox News have such fucking terrible audio? I'm going to find a different feed if there is one.
So last night we had information that a vehicle caravan was going to come up to Portland from Clackamas County. Early on, we didn't have a good idea of the number. And then once the caravan started, we had a sense of how many were in that caravan. We tried to take precautionary measures during the route to keep them out of the downtown area. The goal was to keep them on I-5, but later a group of those vehicles were able to come into the downtown core. We didn't have any specific information of a gathering where folks would be outside of vehicles. So most of our information previously surrounded the vehicle caravan that would be coming up from Clackamas.
I don't have much to say beyond that, except that, of course, we were monitoring the situation on social media, and we chose not to publicize it. We didn't think that would help de-escalate the situation or any potential flashpoints.
Tim Burton, KGW, for the mayor. Mayor, what are you going to do going forward? I mean, this has been building for a long time. We have more than one clash now with counter groups. What are you going to do to keep the same thing that happened last night from not escalating further?
Thank you for the question. Yeah, so obviously I've stood at this podium on a number of occasions, and I've expressed what my greatest fear would be. And I've said my greatest fear is somebody will die. And now somebody has. And we as a community are mourning, and I am, as the mayor, am accountable to the public and will continue to be accountable. So here's the specific steps that we're taking. Number one, I, along with my colleagues on the city council, committed to a number of fundamental reforms, having listened to and understood what nonviolent demonstrators were asking for in the city of Portland. I put forward a 19-point plan that was very specific in terms of actions that we could take, including reducing certain programs within the police bureau that were seen as biased by many people in the black community in particular. We made commitments to reinvest in the community to a significant degree. We made decisions to engage the public more directly around oversight and accountability. And my colleagues and I referred a significant charter reform to the ballot, which will be on the November ballot when people have an opportunity to cast a vote. I encourage people to vote for that. We committed to working alongside our colleagues like Lou Frederick, Senator Lou Frederick, and State Representative Janelle Bynum on fundamental reforms to criminal justice. And many of those reforms have now been passed in the legislative session. We've agreed to continue to work with others in the community, at the community level, to listen, to hear, to understand, and pass fundamental reforms. I'm now engaging with our Citizen Review Commission, as well as the Portland Committee on Community Engaged Policing, around reimagining what local policing can look like, what precinct policing can look like. And there are many other opportunities for us to work with the community directly. And as we proceed with this, I'm going to continue to ask the community to work with me. I'm going to continue to ask our colleagues at Multnomah County to work with me. I'm going to continue to ask the governor and our state legislature to work with me. And so this is a long road ahead of us, but we know that the dead end is violence. That is a dead-end street. We don't want to be in that cul-de-sac. We need to focus our energy, focus our passion, focus our attention on the hard work of fundamental reform. And it starts with policing and criminal justice, but then we have a lot of work to do around education, around housing access, around health access, around shared economic prosperity opportunities. We have so much work yet to do, and I don't want the public to be sidetracked by engaging in violence. That is never the right answer. And so I'm asking the public to work with us, to continue to do the work that we've already engaged in around historic reforms, and let's work together moving forward. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, Josh Campbell, CNN.
Hey, Josh.
This morning, the president had some very harsh words for you, obviously. He didn't condemn the violence, but he said that, in his words, it was unexpected because of the weeks of some violence we've seen in the city. What's your response to that?
My response is, as the President of the United States and somebody who has been perpetrating divisive and hateful language for 4 years, for him to now stand here and say that it's unexpected and act as though he's shocked is appalling to me. We all saw this coming. And as I said, I've stood at this podium I don't know how many times and have said that we must denounce the violence.
And done nothing.
We must work together, that we must accurately address what's going on around systematic injustices in our community here in Portland and hold ourselves accountable for what's happening here in Portland. But the president has a role to play in this as well, in acknowledging and understanding those systematic injustices nationally. And the tweets that he has been putting out in the last 48 hours, attacking Democratic mayors, attacking those who are trying to bring resolution to the violence in their local communities. He has an opportunity to uplift us and bring us together and help us move through this difficult situation in our nation's history, and instead, he chooses to play petty politics and divide us. That's my reaction. So I'm going to do the work that I need to do here in my local community with my local officials to take accountability for what's happening on our streets. And I'd appreciate that either the president support us or he stay the hell out of the way.
And just to follow up, what he appeared to be saying was that because of the violence,
This is a meltdown.
that there would be this other group coming in. What's your response to that?
Well, of course he's not surprised. He encouraged them to come into our community. And previously, he has actually encouraged or at least tacitly approved of violence. And so I'm not surprised in the slightest. I'm surprised if he would be surprised by this. There's an olive branch opportunity here for all of us. We need to reset. The president needs to reset. I need to reset. This community needs to reset, and America needs to reset. And it's going to take his leadership in the White House, and it's going to take my leadership here in City Hall to get it done.
How
And so
dare
I'm saying,
you.
let's end this summer. Let's end the violence. Let's commit to that. Is that something we can all agree on, that we are done with the violence? And now let's do the hard work of acknowledging, of hearing, and understanding the pain and the suffering and the fear and the anxiety that exists in this nation around the COVID crisis, which the president initially seemed to be ignoring or poo-pooing, and the economic
He stopped the travel from China like in January.
Americans,
Oh my God, you piece of shit.
And now the work that we have to do in our communities across this nation.
Oh, he's
in
such
the
a
wake
piece of
the
shit.
murder of George Floyd.
Oh,
I'm up for
shut
that.
the fuck up.
And I hope the president is too. And I'm ready to reach across any aisles I need to reach across, any political divides that I need to cross in order to bring us back together. Somebody's got to do it. I'm committed to it. I know my colleagues on the Portland City are committed to it. I'd like to hear the President of the United States say he's all in. Let's bring this great nation back together.
Oh my God.
No.
This is
Yes.
Keeping groups apart? I mean, we didn't see much of it yesterday in terms of keeping these folks apart. We certainly didn't see it last week. Is there any strategy going forward as this sort of escalates that we can somehow keep folks apart, especially as you said, people are tweeting about coming in?
We were very successful back on August 17th, you'll recall, a year ago, of keeping parties separated who had made it very clear on social media that they intended to get into it with each other. And what we did was we built a coalition, both of law enforcement, local, state, and federal law enforcement, to come together to keep the parties, those who might engage in violence, apart. But what we also had was the community unified. Several days prior, we had 120 different community organizations that don't always agree on the same, they don't all have the same politics, they don't all have the same representation, but we came together on that day and we said, we as a city do not stand for violence. We do not tolerate violence. And that's the kind of coalition that we're missing right now. We don't have elected officials on the same page denouncing violence. We don't have community organizations coming together collectively in that kind of way, with that kind of single-minded determination and focus to denounce violence and talk about the vision for the future. But specifically, operationally, I'll defer to the chief, except to say that we are in conversations with our Portland Police Bureau, our county sheriff's office, the governor and her team about the strategy going forward to do the best we can to, number one, create space for people to be able to demonstrate peacefully, like those outside the room right now. And on the other hand, make it crystal clear, we do not tolerate violence, we do not tolerate criminal destruction, and we will hold you accountable for those activities.
Have you asked the governor for National Guard involvement?
As you know, on two prior occasions, I have asked the governor for the National Guard. She declined in those two circumstances, but we are in communication now. It is my belief that between PPB, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, and the state police, we have been successfully throughout this in terms of operations when we're combined and when we're collaborating. And I am told by our law enforcement professionals that is sufficient, but I'll defer to the chief.
Oh my God.
Did you want to say something on that? No. Sorry.
No.
Well, I'm not sure how you specifically operationally can prevent this. I mean, keep in mind, it's no secret to anybody that I personally am not a Trump supporter, but I will defend to the death the right of a Trump supporter to stand outside my apartment and non-violently demonstrate in support of their candidate. That's core to American democracy, is that right to demonstrate.
Ted, you're lying. They're Antifa people in outside your apartment.
Want to come into
They're not Trump supporters. They're Antifa people. You're lying, Ted. You're lying.
Told them no. They have constitutional rights to be here, rights which I embrace and support. The violence, however, is the problem. And so what I'm asking people right now, knowing what happened last night, is if you're thinking you're going to come back into our city from somewhere else to seek retribution, I'm telling you to stay away. Work with us. Help us de-escalate this situation. One death is too many. We don't want other people to die. So that's what I'm asking people from outside to do. What I'm asking all of us as Portlanders to do is do our part too. Let's not take the bait. Let's not engage. And if you see people doing things that look violent or destructive, say something, do something. Don't just be passive. Because ultimately, when we see examples of violence, that undermines our democracy. This democracy is dependent upon us having differences of opinion and being able to vet differences of opinion and being able to have
he's melting down
conversations without resorting to violence.
This is a man melting down. The knocking on the thing, unless you're doing that as a bit, that's not a dude having a. He's melting down.
We had a strong presence yesterday. Most of this activity was vehicle-borne, covering several miles on the highways. So we did have officers and vehicles. We had our traffic division. We had folks stationed at different areas. But it's very difficult when you have small groups of people spread throughout the city, too, who sometimes engage in violence acts with each other. I mean, we only have limited resources, so we can't be everywhere at the same time. The prior Saturday, we had, I think, about 30 officers working. So, I mean, our resources were strained. We had an event the night before that required our crowd control resources. We had to staff for an event Saturday night, later that night, and also still answer calls for service. So we were only able to bring together that limited amount of resources for the Saturday afternoon portion. And it's just not always operationally feasible to insert that small number of officers in between two crowds who are hostile towards one another and engaged. It's just not necessarily operationally safe all the time to get in the middle of that. In which case? No, not at this time.
Chief, did you say how many officers you had on last night? 30 last weekend? How many this weekend?
I don't know the exact number.
That was code for all the officers said, look, we will fucking walk now if you force us in there.
Sure. To my knowledge, we had spoken to folks to try to get a sense of what the route would be and encourage the route to not be through the downtown core. I don't know if we had a commitment, but I know we had conversations around it. It would depend on the circumstance. I think vehicles and protesters on foot are just a bad mix in general. And I think given the opportunity, if we feel a vehicle poses some sort of threat to either officers or community members, disabling it by disabling the tires is an option. That's not always feasible, though, depending on where officers are positioned, where the vehicle's positioned, and things of that nature.
What is the plan for tonight? I mean, this does potentially be very violent if there are new people coming to seek retribution. So walk us through what the plan is.
I haven't talked to my incident command folks yet. I know we're reaching out to partners to try to resource properly for tonight. I'm not sure what we have in the way of intelligence, but it's very possible that what happened last night could play a factor in what happens tonight. So we want to make sure we've reached out to everyone we can to get the proper resources in place.
That was a very weird way of saying that, wasn't it? That was a very weird way of almost like inciting it. Wasn't it? Press 1 in the chat if you agree. That was fucking...
I don't think I'd be able to classify kind of the nature of that particular interaction. To me, it could have just been a skirmish between two small groups or a problem that erupted between individuals. So it's hard for me to classify it as more of a Black Lives Matter thing or like a, you know, kind of political ideology case. But I think as we get further into the investigation, you might.
That was weird.
Are you going to be getting police
Potentially, it would depend what information comes forward. For us, we were able to make, I think, about 10 arrests on individual skirmishes or things that happened that we could identify and take action on. But I mean, with a caravan that big covering that much area, we use our resources to really keep people safe. But if we do get information that leads to a prosecutable case, we'll follow up on that. You know, I don't have any specific information on the victim that I can release at this time, but I do know as these kind of transpire, social media becomes very rampant with information, which isn't always factual. So I just want to make people mindful, you know, be careful what you believe on social media. We're investigating. We'll be releasing information at different steps of the process.
What the fuck?
We'll keep you guys posted then.
What the fuck are we doing?
I do not know.
What the fuck was that?
You're saying, so we've seen basically here gunshots fired from both sides, if you want to call it two sides here, in the last few weeks. If you're saying it's operationally not feasible to keep those two sides apart, what's going to stop this from escalating to an open firefight in the street?
You know, I hope it doesn't come to that. We are, you know, we have a finite resource of officers, and we have these activities taking place all throughout the city. The downtown core, our police precincts, our union offices, and several, you know, random places. So we can't be everywhere at once. The issue with firearms is very troubling to us, but people do have a constitutional right to carry firearms legally. So it's hard to prevent. I mean, some of the instances that take place, you're talking split second, a couple seconds. So a lot of times we're not right there to see things happen. I think the best we can do is message to people that we want a safe city. And we ask them not to come downtown or to these other places with firearms, not engage in violent acts of crime. And I think, you know, where we can, we have our resources stationed and we take action when we can. We've made several hundred arrests throughout these protests. So we've been out there 90 plus nights straight doing our best to keep the city safe and to keep these interactions from happening. Things happen. I think the best we can do is message to people that we want a safe city. We ask them not to come. You know, I think we need additional resources. I think Oregon State Police have been a great partner for us. Multnomah County has been a great partner for us. As we see these things develop, it may get to that point, but I think right now it's really kind of determining what we have available as far as resources and what we're facing as far as violent crowd activity. I mean, I don't have a hesitancy one way or the other. I think if it comes to the point where we look at our resources and we look at the problem facing us, and that seems like the best option to assist, and that's what will need to happen. I'm not sure. Honestly, I probably will know more after I talk to my incident management team folks. But, you know, we had a curfew early on in this, and it wasn't very successful. We still had very large crowds at that time. But I would say it's not something that's totally off the table, but it's not something I don't think we're looking at this moment. I'm sorry. No, we had our resources focused on the vehicular part of the event yesterday. There were some skirmishes that took place on the street, to my understanding. But, you know, when we have those resources, and even the the homicide last night. We had resources nearby. They just weren't right there when it happened.
This is the WWE. We're living in the fucking... Is Vince McMahon writing this? Is Stone Cold Steve Austin's music gonna play in a second? He's gonna run out with a beer truck?
It doesn't help to have one.
What the fuck is going on?
They're kind of in the middle of something and can't respond and don't have cover to keep themselves safe. So I think it's really a resource issue in that how do we operationalize the most effective groups of officers in places? But we never know where these are going to take place. We have an idea of where this caravan of vehicles is going, so we focus there.
This is all building up to WrestleMania weekend, isn't it?
Corners, parking structures, things of that nature where these things can happen. And it's hard to have officers at all of these at all times.
That's a fantastic question, and I appreciate you asking. The question is, how do I create the same coalition I created last August when some of the members of the coalition are in fact calling for my resignation? And the answer is because it's not all about me. It's about the community. It's about who we are. It's about who we want to be, and it's about taking a stand against violence. And even last year, a number of those coalition groups spoke out against me at the press conference, which I had organized. And I was okay with it, because it's okay to have differences of opinion when it comes to politics. But what isn't okay, and where we should have no difference of opinion, is when it comes to violence. We should all stand together. And it doesn't matter what our political affiliations are, whether we like each other. We should stand together because we denounce violence. And we know that it's not the right way to solve our political differences. And so I will continue to reach out to whoever will work with me to denounce violence and bring this to a peaceful conclusion. I will reach out to whoever wants to work with me and my colleagues as we move forward on reimagining.
Ah, shit! Stone Cold Steve Austin's here. Son of a bitch, I knew it was wrestling. God damn it. God damn it all to hell.
Not only their engagement, but the importance of their leadership as we move forward, because ultimately the community will listen to them, I believe, at a time when we're having this national reckoning around racial justice and equity and police reform. And so we'll continue to work to build the coalitions that we can to stand in opposition to violence. Could It's classic Trump. Mr. President, how can you think that a comment like that, if you're watching this, is in any way helpful? It's an aggressive stance. It is not collaborative. I certainly reached out, I believe, in a collaborative manner by saying earlier that you need to do your part and I need to do my part, and then we both need to be held accountable. And I think it would be helpful not for me to tell you how to do your job, because frankly I don't appreciate it when you tell me how to do mine, but this would be a really good time for all of us to stand together, to lock arms, to denounce the violence, to make a commitment to the kind of changes and reforms that the people in this country are demanding, and let's work together. Wouldn't that be a message? Donald Trump and Ted Wheeler working together to help move this country forward. Why don't we try that for a change? No, I've never met the president. She and I have had many conversations about bureaus. She knows that in the near term as Commissioner-elect Ryan joins us in just about a week and a half, and I haven't had a number of conversations with Dan. I have no plans to transfer the police bureau at this point. When we know what the constitution of the council is in January, everything's on the table. I ask myself that question every day. I go to bed with that question foremost in my mind, and when I wake up in the morning, that's the first question I ask myself. Am I doing everything that I possibly can to end the violence in this community? Am I doing everything I possibly can to hear and understand different perspectives about what people want our community to be and how they want to envision it going forward? Am I doing everything that I can to meaningfully engage the community as we go through this time of crisis together? Make no mistake about it, this is a very challenging time for everyone. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear, this is a time when this generation is being called to rise up. And I ask myself, what more do I need to do at each and every moment? And sometimes, honestly, I have found myself coming up short. And when I come up short, I acknowledge it, I admit it, and then I move on. I fix what needs to be fixed, and I work with whoever I need to work with to make things right. And that's the path that we're on. Yes, sir.
So there was just sort of this palpable sense of, something might go wrong yesterday, and I think it's a fairly predictable outcome when you have two sort of diametrically opposed groups meeting in this fashion. Would you say the city did everything in its power to avoid this outcome?
It's hard for me to stand here today with a human being dead and say we did everything we possibly could. Either myself individually as the mayor of this city or people in the community at large. It's hard for me to sit here and make that proclamation over somebody who has lost their lives. And I think about that family and what they're going through today. So I can't make that statement today, and I think it would be preposterous for me to do so. But I'm certainly being introspective. I'm working with my team and others, and we're talking about how do we make sure that that is the only time somebody dies on the streets of our city that way. It was one too many. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions for either Chuck Lavelle or Mike Schmidt, the district attorney?
Well, one for Mike Schmidt.
Okay.
Rich Reed with the LA Times. The president said that you're looking the other way on some of these crimes and not prosecuting. Could you respond to that?
So the question is in reference to the policy that I put out on August 11th. That policy very specifically allows my office to work with PPB to focus our effort on violent crime. And that's what we're doing. We're putting all of our resources towards that. I had a deputy out all last night at the crime scene with detectives working this case. We've had gun violence, homicides happening across our community. Domestic violence is up. We are prioritizing the resources of the district attorney's office to continue to work on violent crime.
I have a question that's not directly related to last night, but just in general. In your press conference before, you mentioned the importance of holding police accountable. In looking at the past 90 days.
For fuck's sakes, Fox News. Invest in a mic, or at least turn the gain up. I've done everything on my settings.
I get the updates from the police. I look at media coverage. I go on to Twitter like everybody else, see clips. And of course, I've seen things that I think do not look appropriate. But the question you're asking really requires us to gather evidence and do more than just see a video clip online. There's a process for that. The Independent Police Review takes reports. I recommend any member of the community that has those types of allegations to reach out to the IPR. The Bureau has the Internal Affairs Division. They look at those things. We work with both of those organizations once we have enough evidence together to see whether or not the law was broken. And where the law is broken, we are going to apply the law equally, just like we would to anybody else. But I got to say, we look together with our partners. We have to make cases. That's interviewing witnesses, video clips, getting all information that we possibly can. And that is underway in certain circumstances right now, both with IPR and Internal Affairs Division. So we continue to partner with them. And when we have prosecutable cases, we will take those.
Nick with KGW, I got just one last question for the mayor. It really seems like there are a lot of people out there who are angry. There are probably people who are going to seek retribution. What are you doing besides asking them to stay home?
So, first of all, there are people who on social media say they're going to come to Portland and seek retribution. First of all, I would say they don't know what they're seeking retribution for. The investigation is still underway, and even our police chief doesn't have enough facts to be able to suggest that retribution, retribution for what at this point? Number two, we are meeting later this afternoon local, regional, and state law enforcement, and we will discuss a strategy because we're aware of the fact that this could be a potential flashpoint. And so that's why I'm asking people, if you're from out of town and you're reading something on social media, please understand if you're reading any facts on social media, they're probably wrong because we don't have all the facts yet. That's why the investigative unit is out on the street right now. That's why they're talking to witnesses. That's why they're working with local businesses to gain access to any film footage they may have about what happened last night. And they are still assembling the facts. So this is not the time to get hot-headed because you read something on Twitter that some guy made up in his mother's basement. That's not the right time.
Oh my God.
So let's wait. Let's get the facts.
Oh my
let's
God.
collectively work together to address the violence that we're facing. I don't think anybody from any political persuasion wants to see anybody else die. I don't, you don't. Let's all work together and make sure that doesn't happen. Thank you.
Oh my God.
That's it we're out of time.
Oh yeah, we're done.
Being patient up front. Thank Mayor Wheeler, Chief Lavelle, and District Attorney Schmidt. If you have any other questions to the mayor's office, you can just put them forward to me. You know how to get a hold of me. Thank you all.
All right, we need to have a little sit-down chat about that, don't we? I'm not going anywhere, by the way. I'm going to be cutting this stream in probably 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back with probably some cleverly titled Portland stream, because tonight is going to be Portland again. I mean, no doubt. In what will go down as probably... and I mean, I'm high as shit, so maybe I'm just exaggerating. But, wow. What is going to go down as possibly one of the most baffling press conferences in history. That was on the lines of like... if you recall at the beginning of the George Floyd shit, when Jesus Christ, when the Minneapolis mayor just he had that 2 days where he thought he was gonna all of a sudden become president, and then it just all fucking fell down for him, and he just kind of mumbled his way through he just kind of looked like he'd been through a 12-hour coke bender. The tie was just fucking to the side, and he just was mumbling about just peace and just and now he's campaigning for Trump. Boy, that was the black police chief that's not actually the police chief because it's still technically Ted Wheeler, because the white lady that took the job said that she thought a black man needed to be... I don't know what the fuck's going on in Portland. This is literally peak Attitude Era Vince Russo, Jim Cornette's in the corner crying, trying to get to fucking Ohio Valley Wrestling. I mean, this is Val Venus, Jenna Jameson level script writing. I mean, this is, what the fuck? I mean, did the mayor at the end say that everyone who has an opinion about what happened last night lives in their mother's basement? Hey, shit, Dick. My mother died last year. 1 year ago today. I don't live in my mom's basement. I live in my father's back bedroom, sir. Get it right. Bloody hell. Bloody fucking hell. He said that the people occupying his apartment were Trumpers. I mean, what else? God, guys, I mean, there were so many things. I don't know. I mean, fucking Christ. That was weird, right? I'm not just making this up, right? Let's watch it again. Fuck it. Let's watch it again. Let's watch the whole goddamn thing. But not on Fox News. We're gonna find a NBC or something. That audio was dog dick too. Oh God. And now I better turn the gain down a little bit, because if I don't, the next time, you're blasting our ears. Why am I wearing earphones? Because you were fucking complaining that it was too quiet a couple hours ago. Just kidding. Come on, ABC News. No.
I'm going to continue to work with the community on the historic changes.
Okay, hold on. This is way better.
And come together and work to support and lift each other, not tear each other apart. I'm going to continue to work with the community on the historic changes that we've already made and have committed to making as we reimagine what public safety and racial justice can look like in our community. And we'll continue to do that work in the weeks and the months ahead. There's so much work to do, and I'll be intentionally engaging the public as we proceed to engage in that hard work together. Yesterday's events began with hundreds of cars filled with supporters of the president, rallying in Clackamas County and then driving through downtown Portland. They were supported and energized by the president himself. President Trump, for 4 years, we've had to live with you and your racist attacks on black people. We learned early about your sexist attitudes towards women. We've had to endure clips of you mocking a disabled man. We've had to listen to your anti-democratic attacks on journalists. We've read your tweets slamming private citizens to the point of receiving death threats. And we've listened to your attacks on immigrants. We've listened to you label Mexicans rapists. We've heard you say that John McCain wasn't a hero because he was a prisoner of war. And now you're attacking Democratic mayors and the very institutions of democracy that have served this nation well since its founding. Do you seriously wonder, Mr. President, why this is the first time in decades that America has seen this level of violence? It's you who have created the hate and the division. It's you who have not found a way to say the names of black people killed by police officers, even as people in law enforcement have. And it's you who claimed that white supremacists are
What is going on?
Your campaign of fear is as anti-democratic as anything you've done to create hate and vitriol in our beautiful country. You've tried to divide us more than any other figure in modern history. And now you want me to stop the violence that you helped create.
What?
What America needs is for you to be stopped so that we can come back together as one America while recognizing that we must demand that all people, black, brown, white, every color, from every political persuasion, pull together and hold all people accountable in stopping racism and violence. And we together are peaceful again under new leadership that reflects who we really are, we the people of this great nation. President Trump, you bring no peace. You bring no respect to our democracy. You, Mr. President.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we can get to it because this is a rebroadcast. I have live video. Well, I mean, it was just taken a minute ago of Ted Wheeler leaving the Multnomah, whatever they're at. I don't know. Building downtown bad. Federal. Courthouse. Sure. All right, here he is, leaving just a moment ago. And let me rescreen. Here he is leaving. Never mind. There was a miscommunication there. Jeremy, someone get Jeremy. Jeremy's fired. Never mind. That was never mind. Oh, never mind. Jeremy gets raised. That's actually he got that footage from the future. Jeremy here is a time traveler.
Need to do your job as the leader of this nation. And I, Mr. President, will do my job as the mayor of this city. And we will both be held accountable, as we should. I'm also calling out every other elected official in Oregon to join me, not only in defeating racism, but also in helping me to stop the violence, as we are and will continue to be held accountable by all of our residents. Today, we need to decide who we are and where we want to go from here. Don't let this be the spark that sets off an acceleration of hostilities in our beautiful city. Those are not our values. What happened last night does not move us forward. It sets us back. I know the values of this community. I was born and raised here. I found my living here.
Mayor of
I raised my
Portland
family.
is the number one
This is
trending
where I
thing
want to
on
be, and I know
Twitter,
the values
and let's see if
of
it's
this community. We want to protest powerfully and peacefully.
Oh no!
We believe that Black lives matter.
Oh no! There are people that are.
And we believe that it's a
Oh
responsibility.
no! There's people that are
of our
liking
leaders
that.
to ensure.
There's people
that
that like
the systems
this.
that we have in
Holy
place
hell!
to protect
Mayor
and
of Portland
serve
calling Trump
do
out in
so
a bigly
equitably.
way. It's you
Let's
who's created
engage
this.
with each other.
Mayor of
in
Portland calling out
thoughtful
Trump for his
dialogue about
incitement of
reform
violence.
and use
One of the best
power
things I've
of
seen
our
in
shared
weeks.
values to move forward together.
No.
We must recommit our energy and our resources to advancing the work of reform and the transformation of our systems. We've seen the positive power of collective and focused and nonviolent action. We've seen the change. Our responsibility to each other is to keep moving forward. Portland is counting on its leaders, the city, the county, the state, our federal partners, to partner and use the collective power of our officers to create a better future for all of us. Thank you.
All right, next we'll have Portland Police Bureau Chief Chuck LaBelle.
Thank you, Tim. Last night, Portland witnessed another homicide, this time in downtown Portland. There are many who are sharing information on social media or jumping to conclusions that are not based in fact. A human being lost their life last night, and it's critical that everyone refrain from conjecture and allow us to gather the evidence and statements needed to hold the person who did this responsible for this heinous act. We ask that anyone with information or video or eyewitness accounts please come forward and share that information with our investigators so we can quickly resolve this case. Prior to the shooting, there was a political rally involving a vehicle caravan that traveled through Portland for several hours. There were some skirmishes between rally-goers and counter-demonstrators, and police made several arrests. The caravan covered miles of area, and officers responded to different locations as identified problems arose and provided a presence and even made arrests when warranted. The vehicle caravan had already cleared the area when the shooting occurred near Southwest 3rd and Alder. This is an active investigation, and our detectives are gathering information to determine what happened and what led up to this death. In order to protect the integrity of this case, we cannot release any specific details at this time. Our Constitution permits freedom of speech and assembly, and individuals are free to disagree. But criminal activity, especially violence, is out of bounds. This event is already gaining extreme media attention, and I will once again point out this is not the only life lost to gun violence in Portland. On Thursday, a 16-year-old African-American teenager was gunned down in a city park. 3 others were injured. Our investigators are still seeking information in that case as well. Some may not even be aware it happened, as it hardly generated any headlines.
It was at the Max
We've witnessed
Station.
an increase in more and more
You're lying,
uncivilized
Chuck.
activity in our city and in our nation. It's incumbent on all of us to do better, so no more lives are lost. Portland desperately needs calm. We're living in an extremely divided era, and it's time for us to start focusing on what we have in common and not what divides us. Lives are at stake.
And last, we'll bring up Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt, and we ask that you hold the questions until after, and then when you do ask a question, let us know who you would like the question to be directed to, and they will step to the microphone as necessary.
Thank you, Mayor Wheeler and Chief LaBelle. As the mayor said, my heart is also heavy today. Anytime a human being loses their life, it's a huge tragedy, and my condolences go out to the family.
Martin Luther King said, "We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." Those words are as true today as they were when Dr. King spoke them 56 years ago in St. Louis. I know today a lot of my neighbors in Multnomah County are fearful and they're hurting, and I understand that. We are stunned and saddened, angry and frustrated that this happened in our community.
Sorry, I didn't realize that I had, stopped the stream and was ranting, but with the microphone off. So I'll repeat what I said. Hey, Mike, could you for a fucking second act like an actual human being that has emotions? Could you fucking do that, Mike? Mike. You are a soulless vacuum. Jesus Christ. How do these people get to these levels of gigs? How do you become the DA? There's no passion in you. It's soulless reptilians, I say. And no, we already listened to the Q&A. The Q&A was stupid. It was crazy. If you want to listen to the Q&A, I'm going to stop the stream after this and then restart it up. And you can go back and listen to the Q&A. Or you can go find it on any other source. But we got Mike's speech left, and then I'm going to shut the stream off because Jesus fucking Christ. What a crazy press conference we had today in Portland. Absolutely only going to... It's like they're literally trying to get the people to come. It's almost like they're not satisfied that it was just one. Like, hey, maybe if we just act like nothing happened, maybe they'll come back and we can blame this all on Trump. There's 13 dead in our version of Sunday Bloody Sunday. Can I get a position on Biden's cabinet?
That the right or the duty to peacefully protest and speak out for an end to systemic racism that has plagued our country for generations could be undermined by this terrible act of violence. But my message today to my neighbors is we can never allow hatred or racism or division and violence to win. When we allow that, democracy loses. When we allow violence and division to triumph, hope dies. The violence that is occurring in our city needs to stop. Far too many people have been injured, and now somebody's died. Our community is being terrorized by people coming into Portland for the explicit purpose of committing violence, and that is not acceptable. We're seeing too much tragedy across our city. As Chief Lavelle said, on Thursday, a teenager died in a shooting in Northeast Portland, and a neighbor did what neighbors do. She tried to apply a tourniquet, but was unsuccessful.
Okay, this is where we came in.
We have too much violence going on in our community. Hate, division, hopelessness, too many guns in the wrong hands is fueling this round of violence, and it will take all of us together to stop the bleeding in our community and in our country. My office is working closely with the Police Bureau and the mayor to investigate last night's shooting. As you have heard mentioned earlier in this press conference, we need cooperation of the public. It is vital that we find answers. I'm thankful for the officers and the detectives working with Chief Lavelle to investigate these crimes, the attorneys from my office that were out all night working with them to help us find answers and put together a proper investigation. I know and expect that the cases of violent acts will be investigated and then submitted to my office for review. We do not prosecute individuals based on ideologies or affiliations with political or non-political organizations. We will initiate a criminal case following a review of all of the evidence.
Okay. All right. We got to the part that we started at, so I'll be turning the stream off in a couple minutes and then coming back in probably 5-10 minutes after that. I'm not going to just come right back, but 5-10 minutes. And, you know, we'll be going around the country, but obviously Portland will probably be having stuff happen here in a couple hours. One of the things that stuck out to me, just that he just said, that I thought was crazy, was when he said that, you know, these people that are violent, you know, they'll be prosecuted and it'll be handled and, of course, whatnot. If you watched yesterday with us all day, and we replayed it when he popped back up later, but at about 5 p.m. Pacific time, there's a guy who goes to the protest every day named Trumpet Man. Trumpet Man took off. He's shirtless, long blonde hair. Looks like if Thor went through a really bad heroin phase, or they were like, no, we'll get the big guy to play like Kurt Cobain or something. I don't know. Sure, why not? But Trumpet Dude took off his flip flops and got into a fist fight on a freeway. Let this sink in. Got into a fist fight on the freeway. Was tackled by police. I don't care if it was mutual combatants. Him and the douchebag Trump guy got into a fucking fight on the freeway. If you're fucking fighting on a freeway, you're an asshole. If you manage to get into a fist fight on a freeway, you're a fucking moron. Regardless, by fucking 11:30, Trumpet guy was out there playing the trumpet. And the Trump guy was probably back in his truck driving back to Camas. Actually, probably the guy from Camas is probably being held without bail. It's a joke. It's fucking ridiculous, right? What the hell? Imagine getting into a fist fight and then 5 hours later being like, yeah, I'm out and I'm just back to playing the trumpet on the street. Okay, Rex. Regardless, if you find yourself in a position where you are like, I'm going to spend my beautiful Saturday standing on a freeway yelling at trucks, you've gone to a dark place in your life. And now you can come back and say, well, you're fucking sitting there watching it. Well, yeah, I'm in a nice, comfortable place. I have a refrigerator. I'm playing video games half the time. I mean, like, I'm having a good time. This isn't my life. Oh, and there's the comment, but here you are watching it. Perfect. Just explain that. You know, I can order a burger here if I'd like. I've got my weed. You know, I'm gonna watch WWE Payback tonight. That starts in 2 hours. And yes, I am profiting off of it. I'm offering commentary. I'm giving you looks across the country. It's not copywritten content at all. It's, you know, people filming acts on the streets. You know, it's pretty simple, guys. Get these assholes off the screen. All right, hold on. Well, if you want me to get these assholes off the screen, I might as well make some more money, Rex. I might as well make some more money. Let's do a live read for MeUndies, ladies and gentlemen. MeUndies. MeUndies is the premier underwear company that you can order your, thongs, dick holders, banana hammocks, rump roasters. Use promo code OLOGY15 for 15% off your order of the best underwear money can buy. I'm currently wearing MeUndies. I've got a banana hammock over my little package. But yeah, MeUndies.com, everybody. Okay. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. Sorry, I'm there's a lot going on. All right, I'll figure this out. I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Clippers are winning? Dude, I've been so fucking... Dude, it's been stressful. I have not been paying attention to basketball, and it kind of sucks. But the Blazers got fucking bounced last night, but kind of knew that was going to happen. But blah 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 blah. I don't know how to sign off. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. If you don't, you might not see me again. I don't know. Goodbye. Fuck your dog. Fuck your mom.